Wednesday and good evening. Welcome to John D. Hanson Field here in Osseo, Minnesota. It's MPSL soccer, a midweek matchup. They call it the Green Line Derby, just a little bit of a field trip to the northwest here in Osseo. It is Minneapolis City, the Crows, hosting Viejos son los Trapos. And MPSL soccer on a Wednesday night is bringing you a couple of teams with playoff aspirations. Minneapolis City, the Crows, are still the only undefeated team. Still undefeated, I should say. 7-0-4 through 11 games, 25 points, keeps them atop the table. And VSLT through 10 games, 6-2-2. So a game in a hand with 20 points, an opportunity to push them above Duluth, square into second place as, again, these games run down here in the regular season before the MPSL playoffs begin. These two teams matched up earlier this month, June 2nd, and Minneapolis City controlled it. It was a 5-1 final, a couple of goals from Martin Brown, De La Rosa, Nick Hutton, Max Stiegwert in on the mix. The only goal for VSLT hosting that one, Andrew Jenkins in the 48th minute. So VSLT maybe looking for redemption and, again, trying to position themselves for an opportunity in the postseason. And let's get to the starting lineups, starting with the hosts. You'll look in net tonight, Matt Elder, his third season with Minneapolis City. Defensively then for the Crows, you look at Aaron Olson across to Max Kent. Miles Norville getting the start. And a last-minute change that we'll get to momentarily, Nick Hines playing left back for the Crows. Midfield, defensively, you're going to see Max Stiegwert. A few goals for him this season. Ian Smith along with him. And then as you get closer to the top, Martin Brown, the man in the middle, tied with his brother, Whitney Brown, for the most goals for the Crows this year with 6. You'll see him in the middle. And then Nick Hutton, 5 goals for him this year. On the left side, Will Kidd on the right, and then Tim Wills up top. And for visiting VSLT, Viejos son los Trapos, you're going to see Boris Zaraguro, Sekiro Kareem, Franco Pretel, Alejandro Cariti, Pablo Daza, Pedro Galliano, Juan Fiz, Shidi 2, Oscar Sendejas, Mark Bokin, and Zahir Alabase for the visitors this evening. Now, a couple of players to watch here as we wait for players to make their way onto the field and get ready for Wednesday night soccer here at John D. Hanson in Osseo. Mark Height is the gentleman that you'll see on your screen. Now, again, that was the last-minute change that I was talking about, but this really still stands with Nick Hines in the mix. Mark Bokin is going to deliver a lot of the offensive and attacking punch for VSLT this evening, and a big part of that from a defensive standpoint with the Crows is going to be figuring out, the word here is shackle, but really figuring out how to limit his ability to be productive for the visitors. And then supporting the winger, Hines is going to have an opportunity to move things up the line here, and you're going to see a lot of success and a lot of play running through both Hutton and Kidd on the wings. And a big part of that's going to start with Aaron Olson on one side and, of course, Nick Hines on the left side. And then play the diagonal, switching it up and getting opportunities not only to break, but as you see momentum and possession on one side of the field, being able to alleviate pressure and finding that diagonal opportunity is going to be a big part of things for the Crows. And then Will Kidd. The thing about Will Kidd is all he does is score game winners, it seems, and all he does is draw fouls in the box for penalties. 3 goals on the year, a couple of them game winners in this instance. A few games in stretch where putting pressure on the wing and putting pressure on that back line has been a big part of his success. So getting to the byline and taking chances, trusting in himself, putting some shots on frame, that's going to be a big thing for Will Kidd this evening. And then pin back the D. You're going to see nights tonight where long passes are going to put him in a position to make runs and putting pressure on that back line, pinning them back, forcing them to play more defensively, which can help limit counterattacks, and of course on the offensive end of things, make things difficult for VSLT. So here we are as lineups are out, players to watch are out, and the weather, the sun is out here at John D. Hanson Stadium in Osseo. We are just moments away. MPSL soccer kickoff coming up next. And we're underway here at John D. Hanson Fields. Happy Wednesday MPSL action. It's VSLT possessing early. Minneapolis City, the hosts, undefeated on the season. Their only draw here coming a week ago, Wednesday. A tough battle, a 2-2 draw with the Minnesota Twin Stars. Otherwise, it's 3 points every time, for usual, for the Crows here at home. Early throw in, you see Pablo Daza making the throw. It'll be Galliano chasing back. Alejandro Cariti in net tonight for VSLT. Now Sebastian Pineda Gorilla also in the back. Now moving forward, it's Alabase. He'll center it. Norville is there. Now Stigwart chasing it. And ultimately cleared back out. Alabase trying to keep it in. To no avail. It'll be a throw-in. Hines will push it in to Max Kent. Hines again, the quick change. Mark Height will be available via reserve, though, as Martin Brown, quick footwork trying to maintain possession. It's Pretel taking it over now. And a through ball able to possession initially is Kareem. It looks like it'll be out. Nice job defensively by Norville. Both Minneapolis City and Viejos Son Los Trapos, a couple of teams that were on the outside looking in a year ago on the MPSL playoffs. Now both aspirations of the postseason. Nice move by Daza, individual effort getting him through to no avail. Now Martin Brown. Back to Hines. You saw number 12, Will Kidd there, his first significant touch or offering at the ball. The player to watch, you're going to see him up and down the wings all night long. And he's had a ton of success with it, 3 goals. He went through a 3-match period where he was able to draw a foul for a penalty in the box. So creating goals, physical play inside, manning up, and creating opportunities for his teammates. That's what Will Kidd has done for a large part in 2018. Now moving forward, Bokeen trying to outrace Aaron Olson, and he cannot. Goal kick, Minneapolis City. Now Bokeen and Olsen back at it, and a throw-in for Minneapolis City. Beautiful Wednesday here. Not much of a breeze. The sun, while on its way down, still out here at John D. Hansen, and a nice bunch of Crows fans here in attendance. Sendejas chasing. Putting pressure on Smith. 2 4s going at it. Now Wills. Oof, Martin Brown bodied down to the ground. Be a free kick again for Minneapolis City. This just one of 3 total matches left in the regular season, so getting points despite being atop the table still very important as the season wraps up. Duluth, a tough draw earlier in the season up in Duluth. Duluth comes here on Saturday. They're currently in second place, although VSLT with a victory tonight would catapult above them. But Duluth, of course, trying to grind out a playoff opportunity. So that's going to be a big match on Saturday. And then a week from Saturday, July 7th, they finish up against Dakota on the road, taking on the Fusion. Zaraguro outside to Daza. Deflected by Kidd. Collected by Smith. Ooh, nice pressure from Kareem. Unable to keep it in bounds. Turned over by Bokeen, trying to switch it. Now Wills essentially trying to fight Bokeen and two by himself. Unable to possess it, throwing for VSLT. Big thanks to the great companies that make these games happen for Minneapolis City. Little Caesars, Summit Brewery, Twin Cities Orthopedics. Thank you much for supporting the Crows. Two with the quick throw in to Bokeen. And nice turnover there. Wills trying to find Martin Brown, unable to do so. They will keep the ball with the throw-in. Nick Hutton trying to get that thing moving. 5 goals this year for Nick Hutton. We'll get a handball, it appears. Free kick for Minneapolis City. 32 goals this season for Minneapolis City by a massive margin. The most in this division. Into the box. Headed out now on a run. It's Alabase trying to find somebody to work with him. Trying to get it back for Zaraguro. Now 2 controls. He'll switch it to Daza. Now back to Alabase. Dangerous but effective defensive work from Galliano there. Tripping over the ball, and Stigward, a couple of through balls in a row now. Just a bit of a miscommunication, looking for runs and not getting them. I saw a stat in the 2018 FIFA World Cup that roughly 8 minutes out of every match is dedicated to waiting for a throw-in. That felt like 8 minutes on its own as we enter the 10th minute here at John D. Hansen. Still scoreless. Kidd battling with Daza. It's handled by Gorilla. Now Pretel. Outside to 2. Zaraguro. Ooh, the flick by Pretel may have gone out. And the flag is up. Kareem up there chasing everybody down. Now Wills with a bit of space. Heavy first touch. Turned over. There's Bokeen and to 2. Wills fighting to redeem himself. Grillo. Fantastic ball switching fields to 2 up the lane here. Another throw in. I think many Crows fans expecting a motivated Minneapolis City squad. A tough draw over the weekend here, now battling Kent and Alabase. Kent wins that battle. And now Stigwork controlling to Norville. A very motivated Minneapolis City squad you'd expect. Goalkeeper out a ways. No problems for Cariti there. The draw in lacrosse. The pesky draw in lacrosse on Saturday for the Crows. Perplexing to many. They get a point. They're still undefeated. But again, expecting an inspired team to get 3 points here this evening. Now Kent, the speedy Nick Hutton. Cariti, no problems with that one. Appears to enjoy playing a bit outside of his own net. That's getting chipped territory if there's any sort of turnover. Zaraguro to Bokeen. Ooh, looking forward for Kareem. Unable to get there. Now Brown. Great job so far in this match by the visitors, just closing down Martin Brown whenever he touches it. Same is true when Will Kidd gets on the ball. Defensively, just locking them out at this stage. Nice job by VSLT. Now pressure on. Smith doesn't know it's there. Now Kareem, potential break for VSLT in the shot. Corralled by Elder, just not enough pace on it. Otherwise, Kareem could have had himself a serious scoring opportunity.
If there is a goal, you can push in a little bit on the hero shot, because just in case it isn't captured upstairs.
Grillo coming over the top. But Smith back in control again. Now to Hines. Oof. Dangerous territory once again. Alabase running all over the place. A bit of complacency at the back has already caused a bit of sweat to drip from the brows of Crows fans here in the 14th minute. Now Bokeen with speed and pace, trying to find Zaraguro, and he does, just a bit too far past him. Beautiful run by VSLT, and you'd have to say right now, the visitors feeling the good vibes with a couple of attacking opportunities. Stigwork out of Wills, getting it outside to Aaron Olsen. Ooh, Nick Hutton coming up a bit lame there, may have had his foot stepped on. He had a goal in the first matchup in the 5-1 victory for the Crows. June 2nd at their place. Now Bokeen, what a fantastic move to get around Olsen. Now Kareem, Alabase's on the other side asking for it, and he'll get it. Now making the run is Daza. Miscommunication there. They'll have to reset. They'll push it all the way back to Cariti. Nobody is challenging Zaraguro as he easily possesses that. Now finally closing in Smith and Kidd. Daza with it now. Early on, you wonder about the urgency of this Crows group on the field. Switching it around now to 2. Pretel. Garria. Alabase. Now 2. Nice job by Stegwerk getting in there, making it muddy. Hutton coming back. And now Kidd with a bit of space. If somebody can make a run, that's going to be too far potentially for Wills. Can he catch up to it? He does keep it in. Now possessing. It's Galliano defending and now turned over. And that was Pretel able to stick a foot in there and mess up that pass. Alabase. Seems like he's run a couple of miles in the first 17 minutes of this one. And we will get the free kick here. Pretel possessing. Now to 2. Back to Pretel. A ton of space out there for VSLT right now. They just needed the field to be about 15 yards wider, and that would have stayed in. Throw in for Minneapolis City. Crows needing to find a spark in this one. Here, John D. Hansen. We're entering the 18th minute. Some good ideas, but not a lot of productivity offensively. They've been on their heels a couple of times. Dangerous defensively. Oof, good idea trying to switch it, but Hines unable to control that one. Now Daza throwing it in. Garria. Alabase. Just too much time. Max Kent trying to step in on Kareem and force the issue there. Kareem still coming out with it. Bokeen trying to flick it outside for 2. VSLT looking for a free kick as Kareem ended up on the turf, but Red not having it. But quickly turned over once again. Aguirre. Now Bokeen battling with Olsen. Pesky Mark Bokeen. He'll get the free kick, quick restart. Now Olsen. A couple of guys did not know where that was heading. Now it's Zaraguro again. Miscommunication. Maybe he thought Bokeen was making a run. He was not. Throw in Minneapolis City. If you want to support your Crows from now into beyond, to get to MPLSCitySC.com for merchandise, tickets, and just how to support a fantastic local club in Minneapolis City, just get to MPLSCitySC.com. VSLT probably the better of attacking opportunities, passing, not sharp thus far though. Both teams experiencing problems with that. Now Kent getting loose with it, able to find a friend, and now Smith moving forward. He's got Olsen on the outside. Ooh, tough touch by Olsen. Easy step in for Galliano. Now switching to Nick Hines. Kidd trying to find somebody making a run. Flag does stay down for Hines, but in there, Daza Ooh, and they'll give the throw into Minneapolis City. Both Daza and Galliano in there pressuring Nick Hines as he made that run. Now Hutton. Long throw in for Hutton. Stepping in, Galliano with the header to clear, and Bokeem with space in front of him. Tracking back, though, trying to keep pace is Olsen. But now Kareem might be in front, and nice job by Max Kent. Stepping in there, although he paid a price. Max Kent laboring on the ground right now, holding the back of his left foot. And it'll be a free kick for Minneapolis City. Max Kent not in a good place right now. See if he can get up and walk that thing off. Sakiro Kareem immediately getting a final warning for that foul there. Maybe a bit of frustration, just unable. To catch up with it. Scoreless here. John D. Hansen. Alabase. Nice job by both Kidd and Stigwart to turn that over. Now Nick Hutton on a run. He does have some space behind two. Now he's going to find somebody looking for Tim Wills. Nice idea, nice pass, a dangerous opportunity for the Crows. A bit of life for Minneapolis City's offense. Galliano to two. Now Bokeem. Wills tracking back. The utility man. The two-way player, that is Tim Wills. Garrillo. Now Daza. Slowly but surely, Minneapolis City doing a bit better job defending. Physical play, legal tackle on Zaraguro, and the run, Hutton out alone. Kariti, that's why he plays so far out of the net. Instances such as that one. Smith stepping in, another physical tackle. Zaraguro. Zaraguro with the header again to two with a bit of space down the end. Norville tracking him. Who play into the middle. Dangerous for Bokeem, trying to get a left-footed shot off. Going to crown Olsen. In a dangerous spot. Very effective. And it looks like we'll have our first corner of the evening coming in the 25th minute. In favor of the visitors, it'll be Bokeem on the ball. Zaraguro in the middle. Alabase too high for him. Whoa, Kareem with the flick. I think a bit surprising. Elder unable to get to it. Too high defensively, and Kareem able to get a foot on it. There's Kent trying to go long. Now Hines is up there. It'll be a throw in. As we talked about in the open, whether it was Nick Hines, Mark Height, anybody, it would be supporting the winger, kind of the A topic for getting the attack moving. And in situations like that where Kent is going to push that ball up for Kent to go get it, in those instances where a defender's able to get ahead on it, now you had Nick Hines behind to support and participate and maintain possession in the attack. Didn't work out that time, but again, you're starting to see a bit more life, a bit more spark defensively and in the attack for the Crows here as we get past the halfway mark of the first half. Minneapolis City still having trouble connecting in that attacking third, however. Now Hutton's going to push. Can Cariti get rid of it? He does, just in time. Well done by Nick Hutton. Making the keeper make a big spot decision there. Throw in, another long throw in. And Tim Wills potentially in the net. Is that a goal? I think they're calling it a goal for Tim Wills. And they are. Tim Wills, the goal scorer in the 28th minute. That's his 6th goal of 2018 for good old number 8. And it's 1-0 Minneapolis City in the 28th minute. The long throw in from Hutton just over the head of the goalkeeper, putting him in an awkward spot. Does he stay with an angle and let his defenders handle it, or does he go and make a move on it? He tries to make a move. It wasn't assertive contact. It wasn't the perfect header, but it trickled into the net just beyond the foot of the defender Gurriel. Tim Wills' 6th goal of the season, 1-0 Minneapolis City. And now the stands. Crows fans not just here to enjoy the sunshine and the beautiful weather and the kids selling the snacks. They're getting loud, getting rowdy for these Crows. Ooh, Pretel battling. He'll get the free kick there. Bit too physical, it appeared, from Smith. Now Daza. Bokeen on the other side, trying to put it through to Daza. He does. Might be a bit too much force from Hines. Daza trying to go to ground. He'll center it, and nobody home. It was Kareem and Pretel in the box, but neither of them in any position to take advantage of that fantastic crossing opportunity, that pass from Mr. Daza. Daza again trying to find Kareem. Easily handled. Now some frustration, maybe just trying to dribble through people as Tim Wills, the goal scorer, poor pass of his own, taking over as Gurriel. Martin Brown had no shot at that. 30th minute on the verge of number 31 here, first half, John D. Hansen Field. It's 1-0 in favor of Minneapolis City. Norville with the header on it. Bokeen trying to get tricky. Roughly 25 feet too much air underneath that one. It'll be a goal kick for Minneapolis City. The pesky Mark Bokeen. Seen him for a fair amount of the first half. Challenging and frustrating Crows on the left side of the field. Now he's over here. on the near side. Pretel, now 2, possessing, back to Pretel. And he'll switch. Daza and Bokeem not communicating. Daza takes care of it. Now he'll try to switch again for Kareem, who does get a chest on it. Now Olsen battling. Well done positioning. Aaron Olsen. Now Martin Brown down, drawing the foul. Oscar Sendejas. Bit too physical on that one. And we do have an injury down on the field now. It is Sekiro Kareem, involved in that attacking opportunity, bodied off the ball by Olsen, who was able to get rid of it and clear it. My apologies. I didn't see him back down there near the goal on the field. Sekiro Kareem. By most stretches, the most effective attacker thus far for VSLT. He's been challenging Olsen on the far side. He's been challenging Kent and Hines on the near side. He's been all over the place for Viejos Son Los Trapos. And he's going to need some help getting off the field here, which is certainly not a good sign. Hopefully he's okay. But it appears his night is done. Should be seeing his substitution here shortly for VSLT. And it looks like Abraham Kuyate, number 26, will be entering for Sekiro Kareem. We're back underway, 34th minute. And it'll be a throw-in. Now Daza, nothing to do but clear that thing. Zaraguro getting it to Alabase. Alabase, the speedster. Haven't said his name in a few minutes, but he's been a big part of this first half. Garrillo. And now Martin Brown, man in the middle, is down in the middle of the field. It appears he's holding his right ankle. You'll see on the sideline number 19, Juan Louis, quickly warming up. Martin Brown, 6 goals. Now there's 3 Crows tied with 6 goals. You have the Brown brothers, Whitney Brown. Whitney was injured over the weekend. Or excuse me, last week he was injured. Now Martin down, he has 6 goals. Tim Wills just got his 6th goal of the season. Hopefully Martin's okay. He's limping his way off the field. A bit gingerly. No stretcher needed. That's good. And now he's back up on the sideline waiting to be waved back in. Action underway. Eric Nordquist here with you. John D. Hansen. Wednesday night MPSL. Here in Osseo, Minnesota. VSLT making the trip over here. Right now they're down 1-0 to the host Crows. Minneapolis City. Very impressive what they've been able to do over the course of 11 games, still unbeaten. They find the goals when they need them, and they can run it up when they have to. A staggering plus 21 goal differential on the season. Now Hutton chasing it in. Kariti, easy one for him. Tiebreakers will be difficult with what the Crows have done thus far this season. Just 3 matches left. You have tonight. You have the tough one with Duluth. Duluth on Saturday is a big one. If you want to win this division, might be as easy as getting 3 points tonight and 3 points Saturday. Then they finish up with the Dakota Fusion on the road, July 7th. Zaragura. Kuyate. Now Kidd getting it forward for the goal scorer, Tim Wills. Stigwart. An assist goes to the ref. Possession under pressure for the Crows right now. Ooh, mistake. Well done with some consecutive passes and possession. VSLT pressuring things into a mistake. Now 2 with the throw-in. Alabase. He'll fire on net from long, but 7 to 10 yards wide to the right. Maybe looking for some sort of deflection inside. It didn't happen. Goal kick. Minneapolis City. That's about as exciting as things have gotten for VSLT over the last 10-12 minutes. Mentioned it earlier. Viejos, son los trapos, carrying the play really for the first half of this first frame. But ever since the Tim Wills goal, things have kind of cooled down a bit here for the visitors. Now Hutton with some speed around the end. Daza trying to keep pace. Hutton trying to take a touch inside with a pass to Wills. He'll take the shot. It'll go wide right. Great job by Hutton. You had the body by Daza on him, able to keep his balance, make the touch to the inside, head up, thankfully, and he finds Wills. Just a bit too much traffic in there, shot a little wide right. Another attacking opportunity for the Crows. Moving forward now is 2. Olsen dispatches of that quite quickly. Now Norville. Brown to Stigwart. Oof. Coming in there late is Pertel. You do want to see Martin Brown defending himself a bit better than that, or at least get some communication from his teammates. Now Bokeen with it into the center. Kuyate, the man in the middle in that circumstance, but behind him, it'll be a throw-in for Minneapolis City. Brown back on his feet. You'd like to see either him being a bit more cognizant of the guy coming in or some communication from his teammates there. You're going to see that all night long if they're not a bit more assertive when trying to get those passes and continue that possession. The last thing you want is Martin Brown hitting the turf multiple times in the same night with some sort of lower leg issue because he's getting clipped as defenders close. 41st minute. Crows on their heels a bit there. Nice composure until it's turned over. Now Kuyate. Kuyate trying to take a shot from distance. The flick from Kent is all that keeps it from being a problem for Elder. And it will be another corner kick. Looks to be Zaraguro on it this time. On the short corner to Bokeen. Bokeen trying to get the left foot in. Olsen handles that one. They'll try this corner kick once again. Zaraguro. Getting a little handsy in the box. Now the service. Ooh, nearly the flicked header off the crossbar. Kuyate on the back end trying to re-enter it. Header by Norville to get that thing out. Some drama. Skin of their teeth, the Crows avoiding a conceding goal there. Now Alabase, he'll center it. Now Kuyate with some footwork. Continued pressure and possession by VSLT. Some tough moments on that corner. And they will get, well, actually off the deflection, they'll call it a throw-in for Minneapolis City. 43rd minute. That'll be a throw-in. Goes off the body / shoulder arm of Martin Brown. Now Garrillo. Daza with the throw-in. Kent going long for Will Kidd. 2 is tracking. Easy one for him off the chest. And they'll return the favor. That one easy for Elder. Now Brown. Now it's Hutton and Daza getting after it again. Hutton around the corner. Can he center it? He keeps it in. And Tim Wills with the touch again. As it goes over the crossbar. The way he approached it, you expected a smooth, soft touch from Wills. The extra point was good. Wrong sport. It's all good for Tim Wills, his 6th goal of the year in the 28th minute. Iced one for Minneapolis City, and that's where we sit. 1-0, 44th minute. We'll be entering stoppage time shortly. You have the goal, you have that injury, unfortunately, to Sekiro Kareem. See if maybe a couple of minutes aren't added under that circumstance. Martin Brown having to leave the field shortly as well. But 1-0 here. Now Wills to Brown. Again, every time Martin Brown has the ball in the center of the field, 3 VSLT players are all over him. Alabase. Now Zaraguro. He'll take the right foot. And that is also through the uprights. Goal kick, Minneapolis City. Fun first half thus far as it nears conclusion. And this truly is a big one here at this stage of the equation for VSLT. Again, with a game in hand. If they are able to find a couple tallies and get out of here with 3 points, as difficult as it may be to accomplish, They catapult themselves into second place through 11 games. And then just 2 points behind Minneapolis City with the game in hand. The flag will go up. From my angle, felt like Galliano had Martin Brown on side, but they don't give me the flag. They'll get the free kick. And now Hutton getting grief from the ref for finishing the ball post whistle. No VAR in MPSL, I've just been told. I use that same joke every game, but I love it. VAR, of course, making a massive difference in World Cup 2018. Love it or hate it, adding drama to every match in Russia thus far. And potential drama here at the end of this one, as we are now officially in stoppage time and a free kick opportunity to end the first half for Zaraguro and VSLT. And he's going long, too long for everybody, although it's 2 back there to possess. Trying to pass it to Garrillo, but jumping through is Olsen. Now Alabase possessing. And he's in with an opportunity to cross it. Sendejas. Good idea, good opportunity, raising hairs. Not able to close on it. Some pleasantries being exchanged. Referee, Matt Elder. Elder, one of the elder statesmen in this MPLS Crows squad. A kid pushing it forward. Galliano, now to 2, back to Cariti. And it's Daza. Sendejas. A forward. That's 2. Now Olsen. Olsen getting offensive. And Will's hitting the turf. Can't tell if Garrillo, number 6, is injured or just potentially tweaked something. He'll get up and work it off. Galliano. Still no whistle. We're still playing here in the first half. And it'll be a corner kick for VSLT. You'll see Bukin. Kuyate in the middle now. Now comes Sendejas. Garrillo. Pretel just outside the box near the arc. And then Daza on the backside potentially. Lots of options as Zaraguro takes this kick and delivers it. It was Stigward on the back end of that header. That's the whistle. First half comes to a conclusion here at John D. Hanson Field in Osseo, Minnesota. The 28th minute tally from Tim Wills, his 6th goal of 2018, is the difference here. It is 1-0 Minneapolis City over Viejos Son Los Trapos, the visitors, VSLT. Second half still to come, of course. An eventful second half, as we hope. More MPSL soccer around the corner. I'm Eric Nordquist. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Wednesday night. We'll be right back. Welcome back to John D. Hanson Field here in Osseo, Minnesota. Happy Wednesday. MPSL Soccer, Minneapolis City playing host and playing with the lead. The 28th minute goal in the first half from Tim Wills, his 6th of the year, leaves the Crows on top of the visiting Viejos Son Los Trapos, VSLT. 1-0 here as Tim Wills, the goal scorer himself, looks to get things started. And here we are underway in the second frame. Early pressure, Zeragura. Hutton unable to keep it inside the lines. VSLT through 10 games. They're at 20 points on the season. They're in the third spot in the division. Behind Duluth in second, and then the only undefeated squad in this division, the Crows, they're up top with 25 points. They've played 11 games. This will be their 12th. So VSLT, if they're able to find some magic, they need 2 goals right now to walk away with 3 points. They would pull within 2 points of the Crows atop the table and have a game in hand. So very important opportunity here for VSLT. Right now they trail. Kuyate getting it forward to Pretel. Battling with Stiegler. Now Smith. Pressure from Bokeen. Norville, not messing around, just getting it out of there. That's Carrillo. Now Olsen stepping forward. Urgency early from the visitors. Here's 2 on the near side. Minneapolis City notably frustrated after the 0-0 draw. A road trip to La Crosse without bringing 3 points home, very frustrating to any squad. Their first point of the season, La Crosse. Now back at the comfy confines here in Osseo, looking to get 3 points against VSLT. These two teams did match up at the beginning of the month, back on June 2nd. And it was a rout in favor of the Crows. Martin Brown, a couple of goals. De La Rosa. Nick Hutton, very productive up top so far tonight. Had one. Stiegwart, also a tally in that one. Tim Wills tracking back. He scores goals and he plays defense. That's Hutton on the run. The open of this match, we mentioned players to watch, players to be excited about, players that could potentially impact tonight's match. The first was Nick Hines. And defensively, for the most part, he's been fantastic. Just battling. Kuyate looked like he stepped on the back of Stiegwart's foot, and they'll get the free kick. But players to watch, Nick Hines, you can see him on the far side of the field near the home bench. Very effective defensively. But a big part of his job in the first half was supporting the other player to watch, Will Kidd. And we saw a bit of connectivity at certain times throughout the first half, but a lot of credit, very much due to VSLT and really being able to keep him at bay. Minneapolis City so effective this year in pushing through channels, whether it be Whitney Brown on the left wing. He's not a part of the roster tonight due to injury last week. But Nick Hutton coming in relief, now getting the start tonight. And then Will Kidd with the 3 goals that he's had so far this season. They've been so effective with that, but they've had problems making that happen. And it was the long throw-in from Nick Hutton creating the opportunity in the header for Tim Wills to close on the one and only goal so far tonight. Every bit of possession by Minneapolis City is under fire, under pressure right now. Now Stiegler, Kuyate, right on his back. Now Pretel to 2. Bertel moving forward. Bokeen on the left if he wants him. Now he's being completely centered, and that's Will Kidd coming out of the mix with it. Elder's got to think fast. That'll be Bokeen keeping it in. Now some pressure and an opportunity. Zaraguro with the shot. He'll get the deflection in the corner, early corner, here in the 51st minute for VSLT. The Crows on their heels really since the whistle to start the second half here. Ooh, the one-handed shot, and it is a goal, and it will tie things up, the equalizer. What an absolutely fantastic strike from Pedro Galliano. And it was Ian Smith on the goal line. No chance for Matt Elder to get his hands on it. Smith deflecting it into the net. I don't anticipate they would call that an own goal, but the equalizer nevertheless. Now it is 1-1. The 51st minute goal from Galliano. And you saw it for the first 5 to 6 minutes of this half. As now Will Kidd. Martin Brown, and through the goal scorer Galliano. Carrillo gets it back to Cariti. He'll push that thing out of danger. And now Stigwart. He'll completely switch things up. And the one-time strike off the chest. That has to be a foul and a free kick, and they'll call that on Hutton. There must have been some physical contact that I can't see from this distance. It was Hutton hitting the turf, and somehow the call is on him. The pressure and the urgency from VSLT to start this first half, really a shocker to this Crows roster, and now it is level at 1. Martin Brown, meanwhile, coming off in just the 53rd minute. It'll be Charlie Adams coming on in substitution. Charlie Adams. Typically you see him defensively, the Gustavus grad. Now playing in a more centralized position. Martin Brown hitting the turf a few times in the first half. Getting clipped, mostly feet, ankle related contact. Actually did have to leave the field for a minute or two before returning. Ultimately he tried to leg it out. Now Bokeen with speed and space. Kuyate. Alabase on the far side. Nick Hines, 1v1. Alabase with the cross for Bokeen. He's trying to find two. As of now, unable to get a shot off. Will Kidd tracking him body to body. Now two will cross it in the center off the foot of Norville and cleared out. More danger from VSLT. Now can the Crows counter? Here's Olsen going the other way. And stepping in, Galliano. Physical challenge, and he wins it. Now Kuyate on the outside. Zaraguro. Back to Sendejas. He's pushing it in for Kuyate. Kuyate trying to push his back into Olsen. Ref not buying it as he put his hands up looking for some sort of infraction. Alabase. The Crows on skates right now. 1-1 in the 55th minute. Dangerous challenge. Has to be a card coming. And that should be on Zaraguro. Dangerous challenge from Zaraguro, and rightfully so. He's given the yellow card in the 55th minute. Norville putting it back in play. Too high for Hutton. It'll be Daza back in the corner. Now Bokeen winning the header. Hines. Now to Kent. Dangerous position once again. They got to find a way to relieve the pressure. They finally do. Now Wills knocked down by Patel, but controlled by Adams, the substitute for Martin Brown. Just under absolute fire right now are the defenders for Minneapolis City. And some frustration coming from that back line. You're not seeing runs and you're not seeing people making themselves available. And that pressure is relentless from VSLT right now. Crows faithful making some noise in the stands right now, trying to pump up this home squad a bit. Back on their heels the last several minutes. Now Kent again, and he's just going to unleash that thing. But it's Gurriel on the other end of it. And Kuyate will win it in the middle. Now forward for Bokeen. He's able to make the turn on Kent. And he's just dribbling into the abyss. But now it's Guevara. And it's Wilson Guevara replacing Shady 2, number 2. So number 13 now in the mix. Now flicking it in, Kuyate, can he save the goal? He does. At the goal line, Max Kent diving in to save the day and keeping it level. Complacency and lack of urgency on the back line for Minneapolis City. And that continued pressure from VSLT causing problems. Kuyate almost able to take the lead for Viejos Son Los Trapos. Now Kuyate on it again. Galliano switching for Alabase. And now Daza. Trying to get by Hines. Unable to do so. He wins another corner. Another attacking opportunity here in the 59th minute for the visitors. Short corner, centered. Galliano already with one, almost able to take another crack at it. Guevara will let it run out, and it'll be a throw-in here near side. Wilson trying to go long. That had no shot of reaching Kuyate. But once again, winning every ball, VSLT. Now Bokeen in the middle. He'll take a long shot. Easily taken by Matt Elder. And now he'll just slow it down a bit. Near the sideline, Kidd trying to win it. It will go off of Guevara. So a throw-in for Minneapolis City. Miles Norville, the Barbados native, trying to play to Nick Hutton, who just can't keep it in. Great idea. Didn't work this time. Throw in VSLT. And you are seeing another substitution. And it appears as though we'll have a double sub. Justin Oliver. Number 26, Justin Oliver making his debut. He's in for Tim Wills here in the 60th minute. And there's Justin Oliver making his first touch as a member of the Crows. Throw in VSLT, it's Guevara. Into Kuyate, pressured by Olsen and Smith. Pretel battling, maintaining possession. Now Adams closing in on it. And it's Abdallah Ba. Forward for Nick Hutton. Trying to get past Daza. Nice job defensively by Daza. It'll be Sendejas just pushing it out of bounds. And excuse me for not mentioning the other substitution at the same time as Wills going out in favor of Justin Oliver, Nick Hines. His night is also over. It will be Abdallah Ba, number 17, in the mix. And Ba, familiar name, he's played in 20 games over the last couple of years for City. Long throw in again, now Kent. Kariti able to corral that. Ba has found himself with a couple of knocks, a couple of light injuries, but staying healthy for the most part as of late, and he finds himself a member of the back line for the Crows now. So it's 1-1 as we enter the 63rd minute. We'll get a free kick right near midfield. It'll be Sendejas on the ball. He'll leave it for Gurria. And it's Ba getting ahead on it, but Bokeen able to possess, and now Kuyate with the right foot. And just wide right will be that shot from Kuyate. It appears Elder gets a hand on it, and it'll be yet another corner for VSLT. Relentless pressure here in the second half from VSLT as Bokeen readies himself on the corner. It'll be short for Sendejas. Trying to flick it on for help. Now it's Alabase with the right foot. Appears to slip, although there may have been contact. Goal kick, Minneapolis City. No harm, no foul. At this point, a 1-1 finishing result. Now Justin Oliver in alone, and it's Kariti in desperation, having to go to ground to clear that. What a debut that would have been for Justin Oliver. And now another pass back to Kariti, and it's Oliver chasing. That'll head out for a harmless throw-in. At this point, a 1-1 result, a bit disappointing for both squads, really. The quality that VSLT have shown in this second half thus far, as they yearn to get themselves back into the second spot, in control of their own postseason destiny. And meanwhile, if you're Minneapolis City, you're frustrated as you'd be on the verge of your third straight draw. The physical battle with the Twin Stars a week ago. The perplexing result in lacrosse. Of course, still plenty of time left in this one as we are just entering the 65th minute. John D. Hansen Field, Wednesday night MPSL soccer. The sun's going down, crowd's having fun, car alarms going off, and all is well. Easily handled by Daza is the free kick. Retreating is Norville. Every ball contested by VSLT thus far. And the offside flag is up. Oh. And another substitution for Minneapolis City pending. That's why the ref held off that free kick there. And coming in, Max Stiegwart, his night is done. And it'll be Juan Louis. Juan Louis entering for Minneapolis City. Now Bokeen. Olsen trying to keep it in and clear it. Very late flag from the assistant. And we'll have a throw in here. Quick one, it's to Kuyate. Kuyate trying to turn. Olsen and Norville both in defensively. Can tell if he caught an elbow, maybe a bit of a hip. He's limping it off is Olsen. Now Elder. And that's another uncontested header. And now in, Justin Oliver. Offside. Whew. Now it's Alabase. To yet another substitute. Elder Barrientos, number 7, has entered. And that'll be a yellow card. Now free kick opportunity. And it was Pretel, I believe, with the yellow card. Now a free kick in a dangerous position here. Minneapolis City yearning for an opportunity to go ahead. And it's Ian Smith right near the ball now. Abdallah Ba. A close option there as well. Now the kick from Smith, headed out by Guerrillo. And it's Barrientos hitting the turf. Barrientos, I believe, coming in for Zaraguro. A night that he had, great night that he had for VSLT. 70th minute, 1-1. Now a throw in for the Crows. And I apologize, number 18 has entered and replaced Mark Bokeen for VSLT. I have not been given his name. He was not a part of the roster prior to the game, but he's now near side on the touchline. It's Guevara to Barrientos. Now Smith turning it over, and he'll get it forward for Oliver, trying to get the call, and he will get the foul. Somewhat half tackled, and now frustrations starting to mount in a tight 1-1 contest.
Every time I zoom in, it comes to this side. Every time I zoom in, it goes to that side. Come on. Yeah. So frustrating.
Now a player down on the field. It appears to be the one that physically tackled Justin Oliver. And he's stretching it out. He appears to be okay. Maybe he's just stretching it out. He is being helped up. That's Oscar Sendejas physically tackling Justin Oliver. Free kick in a dangerous position. Abdallah Ba. And it's number 19, Juan Louis. Maybe taking the kick here. Now a yellow card to the goalkeeper. And it's Laney Lozano. Laney Lozano entering for VSLT. It is number 18. We figured it out. We have a name for 18. Thanks to my man in the L Tree jersey. And we'll have a corner kick for Minneapolis City. It's Ba on the kick. Heavy load in the 6-yard box for Minneapolis City. It's Oliver keeping it in, or does he? It will be a goal kick. Now pushing it forward for Kuyate. It's Norville with the hand on it. The aforementioned Lozano trying to control it for VSLT. Now forward in the header is Juan Louis trying to get in alone. Nice job by Galliano tracking back. He had the 51st minute tally, the equalizer for VSLT, and a tremendous defensive play there, keeping Juan Louis from getting in alone for the Crows. Another long throw in from Hutton. One goal's been scored off of this already. Here's this one. It's Max Kent trying to get a header on it. No problem from Cariti. He'll put a boot on it. Kuyate, nice job controlling with his chest. And it's Daza. Now Hutton with the speed. And he'll get it forward for Juan Louis. Can he get the right foot on it? And he does as he's slipping. Just enough pressure defensively to keep him from getting a solid shot on net. More pressure and opportunity slowly coming for the Crows. Now Lozano, Kidd back tracking. Barrientos. Poor pass from him. Olsen trying to find somebody. Oof. In very short order, Justin Oliver. He's definitely created a spark up top for the Crows. Guevara in there that time to keep it from getting past the back line, and now he'll take the throw in here. Long throw in for him off the head of Olsen. Barrientos to Kuyate. Now it's Jose Adriano. Another substitution for VSLT. And it appears he has replaced Alabase. Now Lozano, Norville, and Kuyate. Kuyate controlling to try and make a turn for a right-footed shot, but unable to do so. And Ba can't keep it in. And Adriano on the field, and he'll take the throw in for VSLT. And he'll concede to Pablo Daza, number 21 on the far side. He's going to make the throw in. Here's the run up, the release. Now it's Kuyate. It's Max Kent with the header on it. Now Adriano. No danger there. Goal kick, Minneapolis City. Time continuing to tick, 78th minute. All locked up, one apiece. Minneapolis City have not been beaten on this field in 2018. Haven't been beaten anywhere. At 7-0-4 draws thus far through 11 games. Now Oliver just trying to find somebody to work with here. Now Kent. He's pushing it forward for Hutton. But it's Adriano stepping in. And it's Adriano stepping in front of Will Kidd. Now Garria. Ba challenging for the header, but it will be a VSLT throw-in. Nice job by Kent. Finding the positioning, winning that battle. It'll be a goal kick for Minneapolis City. Minneapolis City, all those goals that they've scored, 32 in 2018. Last few games, though, a little bit of struggle getting on the score sheet. Now here's Lozano. Oof, Lozano trying to race for it. Going to ground is Smith. Now Lozano with the right-footed shot. May have gone off of Charlie Adams' face. Those 32 goals Minneapolis City have scored. Last few matches, trouble getting on the score sheet. You have the 2-2 draw. One of them coming from the spot against the Twin Stars. They go to lacrosse, aren't able to find the net at all. And now 1-1 into the 80th minute, excuse me. Barrientos will send it in. Olsen with a flick header. Cannot clear it. Lozano now near side through the legs of Olsen. He'll try to center it. Norville trying to clear it. Absolutely blundering clearance from Norville. Thankfully, Elder is there to pounce on it. Tragedy averted for Minneapolis City here, late stages. Now pressure again, Lozano. Stepping in is Kidd. Should be a legal challenge, it is, but it will be a throw-in for VSLT. It'll be Guevara taking it. 81st minute. Taking his time. Now into Kuyate. Now Lozano. Can he find a shot? He's dribbling through several defenders. Ultimately, Smith there to take it away. Now Norville. Forward to no one. Guevara. Now Kidd. Throw in for City. Quick throw in. Here's Adams. Now he's trying to outrun people. Juan Louis with it. That's Smith. So much movement right now from VSLT, and you cannot say the same for the Crows. Not seeing runs, not seeing movement, not seeing people help out the guy with the ball, Juan Louis. Now he'll make a turn around Sendejas. Through to Kidd. Can he get one more to Oliver in the flick? And the foot save from Kuriti. And cleared out by Pretel. Things can happen so quickly for this Crows offense. Quick passing, it was Kidd. It was one turn by Juan Louis, and suddenly Justin Oliver has a shot on net. Now Olsen alone near the touchline, and he'll get it to him. First touch a little tough. Guevara there quickly. Will they get the free kick? And the referee's giving the free kick. It appeared to be a legal challenge from my vantage point. The home crowd here at John D. Hanson not arguing. Home of the Osseo Orioles. The Green Line Derby, VSLT, Minneapolis City, taking a field trip up here to the beautiful Northwest Metro. 83rd, nearly the 84th minute. Looks like it'll be Juan Louis on the ball. Ian Smith near him. And there's a shot to go near for Justin Oliver. An attempted flick harmlessly to Kuriti. Another attack thwarted. Now Guevara. Easy header for Kent. But Barrientos able to control it in the middle. Now it's Daza, the busy night he's had. Galliano, the goal scorer, pushing it forward again for Kuyate. Now Norville fighting for it. Juan Louis in the middle. Well done keeping possession there. Norville now to Adams. The pace being stepped up. Pretel makes the challenge. Could have had a whistle there. They allow the play on. It'll be a throw-in now for VSLT. Some sort of pleasantries being exchanged between the ref and the VSLT bench, including the manager and head coach, Angel Gracia. And the throw in and play finally continues. Some A-class time wasting there. And now Will Kidd, and there's a race for it. And he'll possess it, and now puts Galliano on skates for an opportunity for Juan Louis. Goal! The go-ahead goal in the 86th minute! It's Juan Louis! Will Kidd, the player to watch, makes the play, and Juan Louis, his second goal of the 2018 season, comes in crunch time for the Crows. My goodness, how quickly things can change. A lack of urgency at times, complacency defensively for the Crows, mistakes, mental errors. And in merely a handful of passes and a fantastic job by Will Kidd, what he does in pinning back that defense and making them, with the quick cuts, pushing inside, Galliano put on skates, finds Juan Louis on the back end, and it's the go-ahead goal in the 86th minute for Juan Louis. Now Kent pushing it forward. Juan Louis looking for Justin Oliver, who was about 5 yards offside. And now let's see how this changes things. Some urgency pumping up now. And you'll get the foul on Justin Oliver. Seemed a bit contrived, but they get the call. Now Pertel. That's Daza on the outside. Now Galliano, he had that beautiful strike on net in the 51st minute to equalize at 1-1. Adriano unable to keep it in. It'll be a throw-in for Minneapolis City. How does City handle this lead? We've seen the pressure that VSLT can put on the Crows in quick fashion, so it's difficult to just say sit back and park the bus. But the Crows on the verge of 3 points now. Juan Louis, and now the flag comes up. 5 to 7 real-time seconds after the pass is made. But he calls offside. Quick restart for VSLT. Now Galliano pushing forward. Now Guevara trying to find Lozano. Physical play in the box. Abdallah Ba taking the brunt of Lozano's challenge. It'll be a free kick for Minneapolis City. And we're clock watching. It's the 89th minute. 2-1 Minneapolis City. Trying to get 3 points. A frustrating draw on the road over the weekend at La Crosse. A physical challenge from their St. Paul counterparts. Viejos son los trapos. Difficulty getting attacking opportunities, and now they're on the verge of getting this 3 points. But a free kick for VSLT. Plenty of life in a fair amount of time. Just about to enter the 90th minute. It'll be Barrientos with the delivery. The distribution, Lozano closest, but Max Kent gets the header. Now it's Adriano keeping possession. Quick feet gets it by Will Kidd. Nothing he can do about that end line. Goal kick, Minneapolis City. Player to watch, Will Kidd. Just 3 goals. But his ability to create for his teammates, put pressure on the back line. And in that particular case, the beautiful ball to Juan Louis in crunch time. The difference maker here. And now a yellow card for Pedro Galliano. here in the 90th minute. We are about to enter stoppage time here in the second half. And this is about the standard time. Players offering big opinions to the referee, getting yellow cards in return. So this is standard protocol. No indication in terms of how many minutes of stoppage time there will be, but we are officially in the bonus. So Lozano battling with Nick Hutton. Can't keep that in. Be a throw-in for Minneapolis City. Now to Justin Oliver, his Minneapolis City debut. A couple of different opportunities for number 26, Justin Oliver. No goals tonight, but a bit of a spark plug up top for the Crows. Matt Elder, a veteran Crow in no hurry. Surveying. And they'll let that thing fly. Over the head of Juan Louis, Ba controlling. Now back to Juan Louis. To Oliver, the quick touch to Hutton. Now to Oliver. Juan Louis making another run. Will Oliver take it himself? The right-footed shot. How good would a debut goal have been for Justin Oliver? Time ticking. Now Daza just putting that thing into the center of the field, the head off of Barrientos, and Kent just sends it back. Another throw in, and that's Daza. And it appears as though we'll have another substitution as Ian Smith, number 4, leaves in favor of Mark Height. Mark Height, former MIAC Player of the Year for St. Thomas. He's a Wisconsin native, don't hold that against him. But he makes his home here in Minneapolis. Ian Smith having to feel a bit redeemed. A fantastic night for him overall, but tough moment on the goal line, unable to keep Galliano's strike out of the net in the 51st minute. And now we're sitting here in stoppage time waiting for the final whistle to blow. 2-1 in favor of the home team. And we're seeing more pressure from the Crows with the lead than we saw through the previous 80-some minutes of this match. Now Sendejas outside. Still time, still opportunities. Now Barrientos, Guevara here on the near side. Adriano trying to hope that he gets a pass to, now Barrientos will switch it. And that's the head by Hutton. Pretel, and now Mark Height battling with Pretel. Inside to Sendejas, can he get a shot off? Now flopping his way onto the turf. And we already have, the flag is up, there is no goal. For a moment, it looked like both Sendejas and Abdallah Ba hit the turf. But the ball ultimately going over the end line. It will be a goal kick for Minneapolis City. That is Ba stretching it out on the turf as Kent helps him up. And it looks like in other division-related news, Duluth FC wins 3-2 over the Twin Stars. So Duluth FC at this stage with 22 points through 12 games would have 25. They're technically level with Minneapolis City. If this result holds, this vaults the Crows again into the top of the table with 28 points through 12 games. Now Kidd just dribbling into the corner. He's battling it out, and he does lose that battle. It'll be a quick goal kick and a restart for Cariti. Desperation mode. It's Carrillo restarting it. Daza can't hold on to it, and he'll get the Minneapolis City, and it's over. The final whistle has blown. And the home crowd is feasting on 3 points. 2-1 the final here at John D. Hanson. Physical, aggressive Green Line Derby here in Osseo. A field trip to Osseo, Minnesota. And Minneapolis City, winners 5-1 over VSLT earlier in the month at their house, come home tonight defending their turf, remaining undefeated, getting 3 points with the 2-1 victory. It was Tim Wills with the 28th minute goal, his 6th of the season, to put Minneapolis City up top. But then in the 51st minute, a tremendous strike from Pedro Galliano. Ian Smith on the goal line, unable to keep it out, and that makes it 1-1. Frustrations arising, difficulties in attack for most of the night for Minneapolis City. But then in the 86th minute, Will Kidd putting Galliano on skates and with the distribution, finding Juan Louis on the backside of the net for the go-ahead game-winning goal. Juan Louis, his 2nd of the 2018 season, and that brings your Minneapolis City Crows to 8-0-4 on the season. 28 points, top of the table, plus 22 in goal differential. Gonna have trouble with those tiebreakers. And with just 2 matches left, Minneapolis City on their way to a postseason spot. VSLT with dreams and visions of getting their way into the 2nd spot this evening. They sit at 6-3-2, still at 20 points in the 3rd spot. Difficult, frustrating loss for them, of course. Well-played match by the visitors tonight, although they go home empty-handed. And that's where we sit, just 2 remaining matches. I mentioned Duluth FC getting the victory tonight. That's the next opponent for the Crows. That's the big spot matchup this weekend. That's here in Osseo on Saturday evening. You got to get to MPLSCitySC.com for tickets. You will want to be here for that match, as it could decide who wins this division. And so as the Green Line Derby concludes, now Crows fans look ahead to the 2 final matches. Duluth this Saturday, and then on the road, Dakota Fusion July 7th. I'm Eric Nordquist, and as we look at the Crows leaving with the town trophy, elated Crows fans, a beautiful evening here in Osseo. Congratulations to the 3 points and the victors of the Green Line Derby. Thank you so much for spending time with us. It's Wednesday, MPLS Soccer. I'm Eric Nordquist. Have a great night. Take care.